Hello traders, Grant Washi, goodmorningforex.com. Make sure you check out my blogs, goodmorningforex.com/Grant Washi, as well as email me any questions that you might have at grant@goodmorningforex.com. And this video I'd like to just do a video about what's happening in the markets again. I haven't done one of these in a little while, but I would like to talk about what I see is happening right now. First off, just to summarize my whole outlook on the market is I do not see any more dollar strength in the market. I see any sort of dollar strength in the market being very short-lived, and I think that we have seen an end, or we are very close to the end of dollar strength in the market. As you start to see some of these other countries start to get their recoveries on the way, you are going to start to see the dollar show more or less its true face again, and you will not actually see dollar strength anymore in the markets. You can already see that it's already relevant in some commodities. If you look at the price of oil should be, by the end of summer, we could be pushing $100 a barrel. Copper, look at the price of copper. Copper had a 3-day rally. It broke over $3 an ounce. So some of these stuff you can start playing into your trading plan. It is actually showing us that we've come down far enough where investors are actually accepting risks again. They're not looking for a way to get away from those investments. They're saying, actually, now this is a low price. And that's the joke in the trade room. You guys have seen the commercial that says on CNBC, wow, that's a low price. Well, that's the joke about some of these currencies. Euro, pound, Aussie, CAD, and that's the way it is. As well as the dollar. The dollar's at a low price, and I don't think that it's going to be able to gain any more physical strength. So let's start using that into our trading. If you haven't picked up a commodity-based currency, Aussie, CAD, those are the two most relevant ones that I trade. I would suggest picking one of those up and start watching it. Start to use some of your commodities versus what's actually happening in the New York markets to help base your trades. We trade New York markets. I am a Forex trader. My knowledge is very specialized when it comes down to how the markets are going to react in the Forex markets. People ask me for always investment on advice about, what's this going to do? How's the market going to react to this? What's your interpretation of that? Where do you think we're expected to go? My knowledge is very focused when it comes to Forex trading. That's what I do. That's how I make my money, guys. So when it comes to how I understand and my interpretation of the news into the market with fundamental changes, I see that the dollar cannot strengthen anymore. So I am looking that this is the bottom. We should start to see some sort of gain back. And think about it. If you're holding euros right now, you'd even be saying, you guys can't even, you're probably agreeing with me that the euro is, it's an acceptable risk. Right now to get in, it should come back. It should come back a little bit at least. So that's what a lot of traders are looking at. You have large corporations, hedge funds, banks looking at the same thing. And the nice thing that they have that we don't have is the ability to hold on to those positions with large accounts, with derivatives, with other means and other ways of holding on to positions. But if we can start playing that into our trading plan and thinking about the way, what the market sentiment is like, I really feel that we are at a bottom when it comes down to dollar strength. We cannot see the dollar strengthen anymore. I think that it's going to be very short-lived, and let's start to use that into our trade plan. It doesn't mean that we're going to see continuation of Euro, Pound, Aussie, CAD, a continuation of dollar weakness in the market. But if we continue to keep interest rates low, we do have interest rates being released by the Federal Reserve this Wednesday. We are expected to keep them low. That's probably going to happen until the first quarter of 2011. But right now, those other economies are starting to gain a little bit of traction. That to us as currency traders, we need to take that into effect, start reading some articles, start being aware of the market. And my mentality in the market is that we have seen as far as the dollar is going to strengthen. Most of that strengthening was risk aversion, and now that that risk is gone, you start to see investors starting to accept a little bit more risk, and really I feel like that's the end. We're very close to it. It doesn't mean that we can't see a continuation of dollar strength, but I do feel like that's very short term. So traders, I hope that helps a little bit. Please email me any questions you would have, as well as if you'd like to talk about any currencies or the commodities that I use to help gauge actual physical dollar strength in the markets. You can email me, grant@goodmorningforex.com. Until next time, guys, confident trades. Best of luck to you, and we'll see you soon.